Adam, before we get started, I want to talk to you about something really, really important.
Sure.
I sent you a package.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. I feel like sending this information
over
the.
This is the wrong envelope. This is my taxes from 2021. This one.
Yes. The manila envelope.
Got it.
Yeah.
I have multiple manila envelopes.
You do. I was just really worried that sending this information over like the open internet might be a little too risky. So I wanted to discuss it on this very secure line, so we can discuss it on our podcast that goes on the internet. Can you please, for those who are just listening, can you describe what has been sent to you?
Yes. Just 2 days ago, I received a white envelope from FedEx, Federal Express, and it was because it was hot. The adhesive had come undone. And so I sent you a message. I was like, hey, I know you were sending me a package. Do you want me to wait to open it? Because it's technically open. And you were like, you can open the FedEx envelope, but don't open the envelope inside. So I opened it, and inside the FedEx envelope, I found a manila envelope. Says, do not open until season 3 finale.
Now, I'm sorry we're breaking protocol here for the folks at home. Chris is on the line right now. Chris Thebo, our lovely guest. Chris, we will get to your introduction in a fucking
Don't
minute,
you worry.
Okay, but you...
No, this is important.
This also involves you, believe it or not. So...
I'm so glad I'm here for this.
On the backside of the envelope, you've written the numbers.
Yes.
4, 18, 15, 16, 23, 42, 51?
Yes. I have added a number. Adam.
I was going to say, there are 7 numbers on here. One of them is not one of the numbers.
Oh, it's not, is it?
God.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm open. Do you want me to
Yes,
open
please,
it?
please.
I'm opening it.
The anticipation is killing me.
Okay, there's a notebook in it. There's a Post-it on the outside. It says, Adam, remember that books cannot be unopened. Signed, JP.
So, we're gonna go through this. I'm not gonna go through every single thing, but early during the first episodes of Lost on Lost, I mentioned something about the other people on the beach, not the others, but the other background survivors, and I became fascinated with the background extras.
Sure.
And I've been documenting them for the last 3 years. So what you have before you is a little something I like to call the Webster Document. So I'm not going to read the whole thing for time's sake. So I'd like to take a few moments to go over the highlights so you can do some deeper research sort of on your own. So
absolutely.
Would you mind flipping over to tab A really quick?
Okay, yeah. There is a printed out version of the thumbnail that I have been instructed to not look at in our Google document, which is labeled JP's Secret Document Piss Off, and I've spent the last 3 years not looking at it. However, I could tell that it was a collection of photographs.
Yes. So there were 324 passengers aboard Oceanic Flight 815, 72 initial survivors, 1 front survivor, the pilot, 22 tail survivors. I didn't put all their pictures. You know who they are. We'll deal with them later.
Sure.
And there were 49 middle survivors. 49. And I have documented them all. There's a couple of extras that have been given names. Now, so that means out of the 49, we have 25 total named characters, which leaves 24 unaccounted for front section survivors, right?
Yes. This is so far excellent math.
Please go to tab
Very proud
B.
of you. Turning to tab B. Seasons 1 through 3, unnamed survivors.
Now, if you go through the section of tab B, there is a screenshot of every single background extra who has that has appeared. Now, I've been keeping track of who's who, and these are the ones that I can positively identify. If you go to tab C, I break it down here. There should only be 24 remaining survivors. I have cataloged no less than 75 background extras, okay? So there are an additional 51 survivors on the beach.
Who are the additional 50?
Now, if you go to the next page, there are notes from Lostpedia regarding the survivors. Can you please read for everyone what the section in red says?
Those who have died or are presumed to have died are 51.
51 again. What a coincidence. Or is it?
No.
If you go to tab D, we're gonna do a little deep dive into a woman named April Webster. April Webster was the casting director of Lost. Now, stay with me. I have a brief. Stay with me, boys. I know this is scary.
Yep.
I fucking need you.
I'm so scared.
So April Webster. Notable awards. She was nominated for Outstanding Casting in a Drama Series for Lost in 2006, which she shared with Veronica Collins and Mandy Sherman. She also won in 2005, the year prior, so back-to-back winning for casting. Now, if you turn the page one more time, we have also a potential list of co-conspirators, all of the second assistant directors for the entirety of the run of the show Lost. Now, Chris, this is where you come into play. You're in the guild. You are in this assistant director world, okay? I think this goes up to the goddamn tippy top, okay? There's
My exact designation is a second assistant director, so
yeah. So, tab E has some questions and theories that I want to start posing. Are the survivors actually stuck in some sort of purgatory or time loop where every time a survivor dies, they're replaced with another background extra? Or could the matching number significantly hide some other meaning by the show creators, okay? According to numerology, the number 51 deals with family and responsibility and the expression of personal freedom. Could the number 51 signify something about Jack's journey? Did Amy Webster become consumed with power after winning an Emmy for casting for Lost? Did she continue to cast more people in the show? She was chasing the rush of success. Did she construct a web of second assistant directors who would then do her bidding to continue to cast more people in the show in her hopes of winning another award? Was Amy Webster upset about having to share her award with Veronica Collins and Mandy Sherman? How do Collins and Sherman fit into all this? Are they alive? Are they buried somewhere in the desert in unmarked graves? According to Lostpedia, the middle section background was originally cast as 7 survivors in addition to the main cast, but Lindelof and Abrams eventually convinced ABC to let them expand the background cast to 33, having a total of 48 survivors. Therefore, the recurring middle section background pool was later expanded to encompass several dozen. Were Abrams and Lindelof trying to bankrupt ABC by filling the show with more background extras in retribution for the show not giving them what they wanted from the start? Or, and less interesting, was the crew overworked and underpaid, and didn't they give a shit about the continuity of the background extras because no one in their right mind would go frame by frame through this fucking show and catalog each and every single person? Highly unlikely. If you go to tab F, there now starts a sequence of every instance of a background extra that is clearly shown in seasons 1 through 3 and labeled per episode. So feel free to peruse that in your own time if you just want to check my math.
Striped shirt, background female survivor. She's kind of a cupcake.
She is. And then tab G just has some additional information for when you're checking my math on all this. The difference between my calculations of 48 and 49 deals with Aaron being counted as a survivor. I'm not getting into when life starts, whether it's birth or conception, any of that shit. That's for another podcast. Also, Lostpedia lists that there are more unnamed identifiable survivors in seasons 4 through 6. What the fuck are we in for in the show? And please don't even get me started on the fucking tailies. Boys, when I'm only getting these episodes edited minutes before they have to air, I need you to know it's because I'm putting in some fucking hours on the research, okay?
I cannot wait to look at every single page of this document. I'm so excited.
It definitely doesn't show any sign of mental problems
or
obsession. You shouldn't see anybody
No.
if you're not already.
No.